excuse me.
How do you do, old sport? I'm Gatsby.
Nick Carraway. It's a pleasure.
You live in a cottage across the lawn. I tried to buy it once.
I've been trying to find you, but...
I'm afraid I'm not a very good host. Truth of the matter is, I don't much like parties. I thought we should get acquainted since we're neighbors. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yes. Thank you.
If there's anything you want or need...
No. Everything's fine. Thank you.
Good.
Very nice.
Good.
It's a lovely night for the park.
Yes.
Was there anything else?
No. I just thought perhaps we should meet.
Yes.
Shall I, Yeah. What? Well, I don't give a damn what Philadelphia wants. I said a small town. That's his idea of a small town. He's no use to it. No. I'm sorry, old sport. It was good.
Yes, well, I've taken up too much of your time today.
Are there any of my guests that you'd especially like to meet?
No, thank you.
Perhaps we can have lunch sometime. Tomorrow?
Fine.
Good. See you then. Well, you can't go for it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
Want to drive it?
No, I don't think I want the responsibility.
Yeah. Look here, what's your opinion of me anyhow?
I hadn't really thought about it.
I'm going to tell you something about my life.
Really?
I don't want you to get the wrong impression from the stories you hear.
Why me?
I'm the son of wealthy people from the Midwest. All dead now.
What part of the Midwest?
I was raised in America, but educated at Oxford. That's a family tradition. My family died, and I came into a great deal of money. After that, I traveled and lived in many capitals in Europe, trying to forget something sad that happened long ago. And then came the war. I was promoted to major
after I distinguished myself in a battle in the Argonne Forest. Every Allied government gave me a decoration. Even Montenegro, little Montenegro, down in the Adriatic Sea. Colonel.
Major J. Gatsby for Valor Extraordinary. Why are you telling me this?
You don't make much money, do you? You sell bonds?
I try to.
Well, if you'll forgive me, you see, I run a small business on the side, and I thought perhaps you might want to pick up an extra bit of money.
What kind of business exactly?
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine.
This is a nice restaurant, but I like across the street better. It's too hot over there. Hot and small, yes, but full of memories.
What place is that?
The old Metropole. Filled with faces, now dead and gone. Filled with friends, gone now forever. I can't forget as long as I live the night they shot Rosie Rosenthal there. There were 6 of us at the table. Rosie had eaten and drunk a lot the whole evening. A waiter came over to him with a funny look, said somebody wants to talk to you outside. All right, says Rosie, start to get up. I pull him down and see. Let the bastard come in here if they want you. But don't you so help me make a move out of this room. Then it was 4 o'clock in the morning. If he raised the blinds, we could have seen daylight.
Did he go?
Sure he went. He turned the doorway. He says, don't have to wait to take away my coffee. They were on the sidewalk. They shot him 3 times in the belly and they drove away. I understand you're looking for a business connection, huh?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah?
This is a friend, so we'll talk about that some other time.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I had it wrong then. Get me?
Excuse me, please.
Yes, telephone. Fine fellow, isn't he? Handsome to look at, a perfect gentleman.
Yes.
He went to Oxford College in England. You know Oxford College?
Have you known Gatsby for a long time?
Known him. I made him. I made the pleasure of his acquaintance just after the war. He was so hard up, he had to keep on wearing his uniform because he couldn't buy regular clothes. But I said to myself, that's the kind of man you'd like to bring home, introduce to your mother and your sister. I see you're looking at my cup button. Find a specimen of human motor.
Well, that's a very interesting idea.
Yeah.
Were you and Mr. Rosenthal close friends?
Think like that and everything.
I'm sorry.
He wants to be silent. Let us learn to show our friendship for a man when he's alive, not after he's dead. After that, my own rule is to let everything alone.
Everything's taken care of.
Ah, I enjoyed my lunch.
Don't hurry about it.
No, you're very polite, but I belong to another generation. You sit here and discuss your sports and your young ladies and your... That's for me, I'm 6 years old, and I won't impose myself on you any longer.
He becomes very sentimental sometimes.
What is he anyway? A dentist?
Mara Wolfshire? No. He's a gambler also. He's the man who fixed the 1919 World Series.
I never thought one man fixed the World Series. I always imagined it just happened.
We just saw the opportunity.
Why isn't he in jail?
Well, they can't get him on the sport. He's too smart. Look,
Let me get this money then. Hey, where have you been?
He's furious because you haven't called up.
This is Mr. Gatsby, Mr. Buchanan. How are you?
How does a struggling bond salesman afford to eat with these big business types?
I just came down here to have lunch with Mr. Gatsby.
So this is where you hide yourself. Jordan, listen, I've got to talk to you. I have much astonishing things to say. He wants to know if you'll invite Dave to your house an afternoon and let him come over.
Who?
Gatsby.
If that's what he wanted, why didn't he ask me himself?
I think he was afraid. He's waited so long, he thought you might be offended.
But why me?
Because...
Why didn't he ask you to arrange the meeting?
Because he wants to see his house, and you live right next door.
That's ridiculous.
I think he half expected her to wander into one of his parties some night, but she never did. Then he began asking people casually if they knew her. And I was the first one he found. He said he'd read the paper for years, just on the chance of catching a glimpse of Daisy's name.
I wonder why.
Daisy ought to have something in her life.
Does Daisy want to see him?
She's not to know about it. You're just best to invite her to tea.
But does she want to see Gatsby?
Your cousin will thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Dick.
This place looks like the World's Fair.
Does it? Yes, I was just looking into some of my rooms.
Oh, I spoke to Miss Baker.
Yes?
I'm going to call